signed. So that was nice for him, I think, because he's obviously been in and out of the team, had a good, wasn't too bad earlier in the season, was out of the side.
Yeah.
Got a bit of stick earlier in the season as well. So it's good for him to actually get, I guess, a positive statistic associated to his.
Yeah, it is. Name. I feel a bit sorry for him, really. He's, if you're an attacking player signed by Mourinho, you're never really going to be able to express yourself as much as you would do under a more progressive, offensive manager. So yeah, I don't think we've seen the best of Stevie B yet.
But he's getting opportunities. Mason has given him, he's given him chances, and it's a surprise because he kind of brought him in out of the cold because he wasn't really getting those opportunities towards the end of Mourinho's tenure.
No, not at all. No.
And I know he's obviously been injured and stuff for a bit, but all of a sudden he's getting those chances now to show what he can do, albeit from the substitutes bench. But you've seen people like, as I say, and Dembele's suddenly not featuring. Moura has had to step out.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if it's for this game and the Southampton game that Moura was on the bench.
I think Moura started because Dele didn't he? But I think Dembele didn't start.
Yeah, and I think you never know how much of this is true or not, but I heard that Moura didn't train at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he was he ill or injured or something? Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think that's what Mason said actually.
Yeah, so maybe that was maybe what gave Dele his chance. I think Dele took his chance. So hopefully he'll get more chances.
Yeah, definitely. But you've always got to have Dele up there. You can't have him deep. If he gets deep, he kind of loses interest and just plods around. Yeah.
So Winks has been one of the main beneficiaries from Mourinho being sacked and Mason taking over. Had a couple of appearances, a couple of subs appearances, and started the Carabao Cup. What did you think of his cameo on Sunday?
Well, I think Winks always plays better in a more. He's a bit like Dele. He plays better in a kind of offensive lineup because it allows him to look forward. I think Winks is terrible with his back to goal or in a really tight midfield because he'll just start passing the ball back or sideways if he's got space.
Yeah. I don't know if you. I mean, he did okay, but I don't know if you noticed the reason I'm asking you because there were two things that I noticed about when he came on. So there was one point where he was kind of left of the centre circle. I think he was in the attacking half, played the ball sideways. I'm not sure who he was playing the ball sideways to. It might have been to Reggie, might have been to Sonny. He just passed it straight into touch.
Oh yeah. In fact, there was quite a few passes like that though throughout the game. It's almost like the pitch at Spurs is really fast. I don't know what's going on, but quite often these passes are made and they just seem to whiz by players because they're not accurate to start with.
Well, yeah, that usually helps.
Yeah, that really does help. Yeah, misplaced pass. Yeah, but there was some sloppy passing by us actually at the weekend. It was just that we weren't playing against a particularly brilliant side, so we got away with it. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Good. So, I mean, I think I kind of touched on it earlier, but I mean, do you think that the lineup that Mason started with and the substitutions that he made kind of give a nod to his philosophy in terms of how he wants to play and the players that he wants to use? Because he's kind of looking at players like Lo Celso who will move the ball quickly, Winks who will move the ball quickly, to sit in alongside Højbjerg. And to be fair, I mean, a few people I think have noticed or had commented on the fact that Ndombele probably shouldn't be sitting deep alongside Højbjerg.
I don't think he should. No.
So I think it was certainly the right move to make, and it's certainly given us a bit of balance. But you have to wonder, given Bale's performance against Southampton and his performance against Sheffield United, whether, irrespective, he should have started against Man City and given us the opportunity to take the game to Man City.
I guess the thing is, though, the game plan for Southampton and Sheffield United is going to be a lot different than it is against Man City. So against Man City, you've got to think a little bit more defensively, I would have thought, because they're going to have a lot of the ball and you can't do much about that. So I'm not surprised that he didn't play Bale in that game because of that.
If you think that attack is the best form of defence, which it generally is, if you have players that are going to threaten the opposition offensively, then that will that not affect how they will play? Even though we know, for example, that Man City are going to have the lion's share of the possession. We know, but can we, with the players that we had on the pitch? I think the issue is with the players that we have on the pitch, when we have the ball, can we cause them problems offensively, and how best to do that in transit? So
maybe that was the risk that Mason wasn't experienced enough to take. Maybe Pochettino would have taken that risk. Obviously, Mourinho would never have taken that risk. But yeah, I guess we'll never know. I think we lost that final before we even got on the pitch. I think mentally we weren't prepared for it at all.
In what respect? Because
we were playing City, and I just think we were. I just didn't think we. This is just my feeling. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but I just feel we just didn't turn up for the game at all. I was fearful that was going to happen. The same happened in the Champions League final to a degree as well.
So is that just because we don't turn up for big occasions? Is that because
I think the problem is we do tend to play the occasion, not the game.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. I think the occasion certainly dictates us rather than us sort of dictating the occasion, really. So
yeah, that's the difference. Yeah.
Okay. Badly. Okay. Good stuff. So the only thing missing from that performance on Sunday, Mr. Creed, what would you say?
The only thing missing, well, probably Harry to add to his tally. He didn't add to his tally either, because right at the end of the game, he put in Reggie for a lovely little ball. And all Reggie had to do was slot it past Ramsdale and he put it wide.
Yeah.
So he would have got a nice assist there. But
at least, certainly.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. So moving on. So happy with that. How many games is there left? We've got 3. Is there 3 games left?
No, I think it's 4, isn't it?
4.
Is it 4?
Okay. Good stuff.
We've got Leeds, Villa, obviously Leicester on the final day. Who else have we got? I can't remember. I need to look.
Sort it out. Come on, you should know. Top of your head.
I'm not a Spurs fan, am I? That's the problem. Not a proper fan.
Wolves, mate. Wolves.
Oh yeah, Wolves. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be a cracking game actually, because they're pretty much on the front foot as well.
So we're playing against 3 teams. Playing against 3 teams that could potentially have our next manager.
Yeah, that is true.
We've got Bielsa at Leeds, Nuno at Wolves, and Rodgers at Leicester. So
not Dean Smith,
no. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. But
no, I don't.
Who would you take at the moment as your next manager?
What out of those 3 or anybody?
No, anyone anyone reasonable within reason that you think that we've been linked with.
Yeah.
I
would like to see Ralph Rangnick. I think he's a person with a lot of experience, and I think this club needs a bit of leadership, needs a bit of a philosophy. You know, he's the German Bielsa, isn't he? He's the one that's influenced Tuchel, Klopp, lots of other German managers, coaches, and yeah. I think also, I think he would be really good as a director of football, which is something that I wish Levy would do, because I don't think Levy's very good at these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why would you opt for the German Bielsa rather than just trying to get Bielsa?
Because I think Bielsa is. I think the problem with Bielsa, he's not pragmatic enough.
Is he not Bielsa enough for you? Bielsa?
He's not. Well, he's kind of too Bielsa enough. I think that's the problem. Whereas, you know, Pochettino's like a diluted Bielsa, so he's got a bit more pragmatism. So is Pep. Whereas Bielsa is, you know, just play this very open kind of fluid play and concede 4 goals, but it doesn't matter because, you know, we've played this lovely open football.
But did you notice that Bielsa's quoted recently as apologising for not learning English, and I can't remember if he said he was going to do more, make an effort more, or something like that. And I just wondered, because that is a Levy, that's a Levy thing, isn't it? You know, he was with Pochettino. No, we'll take you on, but you've got to learn English. You know, so
yes, but our mutual friend, who we know on our WhatsApp group, who's got contacts at very high levels, as we know, told us it's going to be a young manager. So there we are.
Yeah, but youth is relative, isn't it? I mean, there's links with I don't really know much about foreign managers, to be honest, but there's links with Hansi Flick, and he's going to the
German job, isn't he?
Is it? He's coming out of it, you say?
Well, he's going to go to the German job, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's why I don't know if he's quoted as saying something about the Premier League this week.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, apparently, like,
I thought it was quite interesting though. If Flick does take the German job, Jochen Low he picks and Hansi flicks. Oh dear! I'm back in my primary school playground.
I just about caught up with you there, yeah.
Oh dear.
So yeah, no, interesting stuff. Obviously the other thing. I mean, personally, I would love Rodgers. Personally, I think he'd get us playing some exciting football, and it'd be really.
Yeah, I like Rodgers. Yeah,
it'd be really, be really up there. But
he's a bit David Brent though.
I can deal with that. So, just the other name that's been mentioned. I think it'll. I don't know if it will lead into the next point really, but the other name that's been mentioned was Sarri, due to Levy's love of ex-Chelsea managers. So I'm hoping that doesn't come off, but. Everyone was kind of against that and going, "Oh no, don't want an ex-Chelsea, don't want an ex-Chelsea," and it was it all died down because he was being linked with the Roma job. Now, obviously, that's no longer an option. So that means that Sarri's still in the market and still an option. So do we need to worry about that? Do we need to keep our heads down as a club and hope that when he's scanning, he misses us?
I don't think it will be Sarri. I just don't think it will be him at all.
I hope not. Good stuff. So, obviously, Sarri is no longer available for the Roma job because it was.
That's right.
Because Mourinho was appointed to that role today. So, what were your immediate thoughts on that?